You know what it is, man. You already know what it is, man. We are here at this birthday party, man. But we doing a little special podcast on a Sunday, recapping the Final Four for the Natty. It's EJ here with my partner Ashton.
What's going on, world? It's your boy.
And for some reason, my roommate's in the room. So shout out Sunny Moon. Let's get into it.
And Sean slumped. Anyway, so we got Final Four. We got Gonzaga taking on SC South Carolina. And as we predicted on Tuesday of last week, Gonzaga was able to pull out the W by 4. Thoughts on the game, EJ?
No surprise here. Gonzaga, number one seed. UNC, not UNC, but USC, you had a good run. But it just came down to experience, in my opinion. And Gonzaga got hot. Them dudes got into fuego like they was Jason Terry and started knocking down threes like it ain't no thing.
Shout out to Jet.
So
yeah, man, that Jordan Matthews, he just came out with a cool, quick 4 threes.
Bro, Gonzaga shot 47% from three. What is that?
As a team, that's unheard of.
But they had 12 turnovers to South Carolina's 5. But the 3-point margin was the difference in the game.
How many threes did Gonzaga have compared to?
Gonzaga made only 2 more threes. They're 9 of 19.
Oh, wow.
But they shot them, and when they shot the threes, they came in bunches.
Yeah.
So
and Nigel refused to miss any shots.
But South Carolina refused to go away. It was down like 16, came back, put on a nice little run. But then Gonzaga, it's a game of runs, and Gonzaga put together some quality runs when they needed them most. So it was a really impressive win for Gonzaga.
Karnowski had a decent night, except for that soft foul. You don't expect that from a big old Polish dude. A little tap in the eye, and he was on the ground. He was out for like the rest of the first half. Then I think he came back late first half, but yeah, overall it was a good game to watch. Yeah, as we predicted,
Nigel came to play this whole year in this whole tournament. Dropped 23. They got some real big buckets off the bench from Jordan Matthews, 4 of 8 from 3. He was 4-11 overall, but them threes were big, shooting 50% from there, got 12 points. Karnowski doing what he do, shot 50% from the field, dropped 13.
Of course.
So Collins, though, Zach Collins, big off the bench, was 6 of 10 from the field, right? He stepped out and knocked down some threes. This dude had a double-double with 6 blocks. Coming off the bench. I'm impressed. 14, 13,
Oh, yeah.
6.
Because that was the guy that came in for Karnowski when
and then
he did a little eye,
Yeah, I was impressed by Collins.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on to the next game. Got UNC versus Oregon, man. And before we even start this, I'm just going to ask, where did Dylan Brooks, did he take the plane over here, or did he stay in Oregon?
Hold on, let me check the clock, because obviously Dylan Brooks had to miss the plane because he wasn't on West Coast time.
He was not.
I don't know where he was, but he didn't show up.
He didn't. And I don't think he touched the key once.
He might have been on the phone with Lonzo Ball before the game started.
Maybe. He's like, hey, bro, how you lose, bro?
And keep in mind, I mess with Lonzo a lot.
We do.
So that one hurt for me to say.
But not as much as LeVar, of course. Anyways, UNC got the dub by 1. And it all came to box out because UNC, bro, they missed 4 free throws in a row, but managed to get both the rebounds off those misses.
The offensive rebounding game was really big. 17-12, UNC's favor, but UNC usually scored off their offensive rebounds, and their last 2 offensive rebounds were the biggest rebounds of the game.
Of the year.
Yeah, and Kennedy Meeks feasted.
Yeah.
Not only on like the rebounds, but specifically the offensive rebounds. My dude went out there and had 8 offensive rebounds out of the 17 the team had.
Not to mention that Jordan Bell's on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
So that didn't help either. But, I mean, you still get 8 offensive rebounds over him.
Yeah.
And then, even though UNC lost, I'm pretty sure Joel Berry... What'd I say?
UNC lost?
Oh, 1. Sorry, my bad. I meant to say 1. Even though UNC won, I'm still getting on Joe Berry. I'm on you, bruh.
I know
I'm not sure. I think you and Dylan were hanging out, bro. Like, they were chilling at the...
They had to have been chilling in a hotel together.
That was crazy.
Because I know he's injured, but dude did not show up at all.
Like, he just, like...
I mean, he was fine defensively.
Yeah.
But he took some really bad shots.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
And he missed a lot of free throws. Like, he was 5 of 9 from the line. And that's not really good for
he
him.
missed the 2 of the 4 when they needed it.
I expect Kennedy Meeks to miss them because it's not like he's a great free throw shooter. But Joel Berry...
Sorry, we go to college, so
And dudes be hating.
yeah.
You know?
What was I gonna say? Tyler Dorsey never got it going.
Tyler Dorsey's a Mr. March turned into Mr. November.
Yeah. T never got it going. Oh, well, let's talk about that zone that Oregon was running. Was it early second? Late first?
I honestly don't know what that was.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked
And
like
Roy
a
didn't know what it was
2-3.
either.
It looked like a 3-2. It looked like a 1-3-1.
It was a good defense. I don't know why they stopped using it.
They need to put that in 2K. Because I bet you nobody get past that in that
2K
game.
don't have the AI to do that. Their computer controlled characters are trash. The worst. Shout out 2K17.
Not if you use Spurs.
Anyway, anything else about the game? I mean, just box out.
I mean, Justin Jackson stepped up. Poured in 22.
Oh, yeah. That fadeaway three from the corner?
Justin Jackson's a baller, bruh.
He really is.
Player of the year right there. In the ACC.
Oh, okay.
You thought. You thought.
I didn't think, because Frank won. That's what we're getting into next. Any thoughts on the game, though?
Nah.
Teach your kids how to box out?
Oh, yeah. Instead of let's stop teaching our kids how to shoot.
Yeah,
let's focus on the
bit.
basics of rebounding and boxing out. Jordan Bell couldn't do. First of all, this is something nobody's ever really touched on yet that I saw. With Dylan Brooks fouling out, they put Dylan Ennis down on the block across from Jordan Bell. A 6'2" dude's not gonna get those 2 rebounds.
Yeah.
Because that was already a mistake by Oregon. And second of all, if Dylan Brooks didn't foul out, he would have been there. So I'm not saying he'll get the rebound, but a 6'7" dude boxing out is more liable to have a quality box out than a 6'2" dude. So that definitely hurt them when Dylan
Ennis
out.
had a great production in the game. And then let's talk about I want to talk about the fouls that were called in this game.
Tyler Dorsey did drop 21, but he had 12 free throws. But it was 3 of 7 from the field. They're all 3.
But about the fouls, EJ and I are watching the game, bro. And I think we probably agreed with probably 2 of the fouls that were called out of like the 20. Like I said, we're in college. Excuse the noise. It's all good. Yeah, man. Too many foul calls. Let's just let these kids play. And the game lasted like 2.5 hours, 3 hours because of fouls and constant stoppage of the gameplay. So, moving on to next topic. Earlier, I posted on Twitter if anyone had questions we'd like to address in today's minicast.
Wait. Before we get into that,
all right,
I got North Carolina in the national championship.
Oh yeah. I do too. Let's do what score? What you got? I got a bold score
because both teams like to run up and down the court. You got a bold score. I'm gonna go 86-77 North Carolina.
Ooh, okay. I was gonna say 86-80. I'm going 86-80.
But if Gonzaga gets hot from 3,
I'm going 86-80.
we're gonna have something.
UNC's winning the game.
Gonzaga's like the most underappreciated.
UNC's winning the game.
No.
You know what's funny? They made it to the national championship, and I'm still not a believer.
Yeah,
that's bad.
But I'm looking at their schedule. They've beat Florida. They beat Iowa State. They beat Arizona. They've beat St. Mary's twice. Like, they're not even a bad team.
And they're not even, like, considering those wins, they're not even, like, the best conference ever either.
Actually, they beat St. Mary's 3 different times. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, they're in their league. But still, that's pretty crazy. I mean,
yeah.
Who's in their league? BYU, St. Mary's.
I'm not a believer,
Pacific.
but I'm not.
I'm think UNC's winning.
Yeah, but I definitely have UNC. UNC is a team looking for redemption, bruh.
Yeah.
Like I tweeted on our Twitter account, UNC is looking for redemption. Gonzaga is looking for validation. It's gonna be a good one.
Follow us on Twitter at the Clutch Convo. Anyways, we're on to the next thing. Like I said earlier, we asked a question. If anyone would like to submit questions that we should address in today's minicast, and my boy Dominic Ingram, shout out to you, asked, should Frank Mason have won the Naismith Award?
Yeah,
and I think so. Yeah,
I think Frank Mason easily should have won that award. Not easily, but he's definitely deserving. And we're gonna run down the list of the semifinalists. We had Lonzo Ball, Ethan Happ, Josh Hart, Justin Jackson, Josh Jackson, Luke Kennard, Frank Mason, Jonathan Motley, Caleb Swanigan, and Nigel William-Goss. And I'm looking at this list, and
great players, all of them.
Lonzo was a real threat to that.
Nigel
was a real threat. Caleb Swanigan's a double-double machine, but I don't ever really feel like he was a threat because he was never really like a big like he doesn't have a national. he doesn't have that story behind him. Like every player kind of has like a story. Like Lonzo's one and done phenom. Frank Mason's that fourth year player.
He also went
trying
to
to
do.
Yeah.
So like no one's like
Yeah.
I mean it sucks, but that's just the way it is.
I feel like Justin Jackson. The three people that I feel like definitely got snubbed from this is De'Aaron and Malik.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be because they're on the same team. They are the best backcourt in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
And how did Dylan Brooks won Pac-12 Player of the Year?
But not on here.
But yeah, and Monte Morris I feel like was a little bit of a snub, but it is what it is. But I definitely do think Frank Mason should have won it.
I think Frank Mason should have won it too. Even going down the numbers, like this man averaged 20.9 points, so we're just gonna call it 21. 5 assists, and he shot 49% from beyond the arc.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're that efficient from beyond the arc at the PG position,
and shot 50% from the field overall,
so
with 2 turnovers per game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he only had 5 assists, give or take, but that's a pretty good year, man. So definitely deserving of the Naismith Award, in my opinion. Also played great defensively. He was a great leader for that Kansas team during their regular season as well as their tourney run.
Now I feel like somebody that could have won it, but never really got Nigel, yeah. 16-5-4. While playing on a team that lost 1 game and is in the national championship, shot 49% from the field, 88% from the free throw line, and 36% for 3.
88% from the free throw line?
That stat line and the team's performance, you're leading that team.
And they're in the Natty.
Yeah, that's definitely somebody that was worthy of that spot as Player of the Year.
I think when it came down to, I feel like it came down to these two and possibly Lonzo, but I feel like the reason why Frank Mason took it is because at the end of the day he is in the better conference. So, because I think Gonzaga's West Coast.
I mean, yeah, the West Coast teams always have, even in college football, they always have a harder time getting national
recognition,
exposure. Yeah, because they play later in the day when people in the East Coast are asleep. But someone that I think could have been he's more of a most improved player, the National Player of the Year, was Justin Jackson, who averaged 18 points per game.
It's pretty solid.
With a PER of 21.5. He shot 74% from the line and 44% from the field. 38% for 3 and set North Carolina single season 3-point record.
And they're Natty.
Yeah, and they're in the Natty and led them to a number 1 seed. Overall, I think Frank Mason, especially with as many games Kansas plays on a national stage, he never did not show up. He always showed up.
Even in the game they lost to Oregon, he was the only person that did show up, in fact.
The first week against Duke, game winner.
Yeah.
Not that, he always just shows up and makes plays when Kansas needed him most.
Having your senior in college, man, makes a difference.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed he's not really looked at seriously in the NBA.
Size.
Yeah, it's irritating. I think he's a really good high-end backup to me.
Dang.
If Tyus Jones,
second round.
If Tyus Jones could be a first-round pick.
Tyus Jones could be a first-round pick.
Frank Mason,
Johnny Flynn could be a first-round pick. Top 10.
Johnny Flynn. Don't even bring up how Syracuse, they kill me with their NBA
talent. Shout out Michael Carter Williams.
All we got is Melo.
Yeah, so if you have any other questions in the future,
RP Fat Melo.
For real, rest in peace. Make sure to tweet at us either on my page, AshenJames22, or Earl's, EJ's, Illust Earl, or the Clutch Convo page. Thank you, Dom, for asking that question. And to answer it, yes, we believe that Frank should have won. On to some NBA news. Sticking to basketball. The infamous Derrick Rose is out for season. Now with a fractured elbow, now with a fractured knee, now with a dislocated finger. My boy tore another muscle. He tore his meniscus. Again.
At this point, he's not going to have cartilage in his knee like he's DeJuan Blair.
Yeah. I was talking to EJ. I was like, look, Derrick, you were nice. It was cool to have you in the league. Shout out your MVP. I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate what you've done for Adidas. But I think it's just time we call it and we just hold some basketball camps.
Derrick Rose has made $21 million this season alone. Just retire.
Just retire. Hold some camps. Work for Adidas. Something.
I mean, we all loved you when you were Derrick Rose. You're no longer Derrick Rose.
Nope.
You're Marcus Camby. You're washed up.
You're more like Derek Shrub.
That's wrong.
I'm just saying, dude.
That's wrong.
And you know what sucks the most? It's almost another case of my boy Brandon Roy, man.
Come on, bro, don't bring up Brandon Roy.
Look, I love Brandon Roy. You know, anyone who knows me knows I love Brandon Roy.
That's
what I'm saying.
Together.
And LA, because they would have kept LA. That'd be scary. But Brandon Roy was like, you know what? I made my money. I'm gonna go coach the local high school team, and he won
with,
them a state championship.
Same thing with Penny.
Let's just call it, man. It's been real. Let's just hold some camps. Maybe, hey, go to Memphis, man. Be like a trainer from Memphis or something. Go back to your university or stay in Chicago. Do something there. I think
you can go back to Simeon, and you made it out of there. Benji made it out of there. R.I.P. him.
Peace, yeah.
We got Jabari coming out of there. Why don't you go back
Jennings.
there? Brandon Jennings, go back there and support the community.
Yeah,
you
man.
say you love Chicago, go put in work for the kids.
Let's just call it, bro.
And tell them to put down the gun. Chirac got to cut it out.
Yeah.
And tell Chief Keef, stop supporting that. Hey, get on the chance movement. # save Chicago.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, D Rose, bruh. I'm sorry, but let's call it.
Probably didn't want to retire a Knick, so maybe have the Bulls sign you to a 10-day and retire as a Bull. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
Did Trailblazer do that for Brandon Roy?
28 years old though, that hurt. I don't know. In
I
my
don't think
eyes,
they did.
D Rose will always be the greatest what if just because he grew up in my
Yeah.
generation. Like I feel like kids in the other generations talk about Grant Hill as their what if,
Hill.
but like D Rose, like
He's ours.
D.
And Brandon
Rose-
Roy, man. Fuck,
when
man.
D Rose was D Rose, he was the biggest thing in basketball.
I'll never forget.
for a brief stunt.
I was watching Bulls vs.
Stink.
Suns. I'll never forget the dunk you had on Goran, though. Because that was... And
I'll
the
never-
announcer goes, I want to go higher. I was like, oh, my
So I'm a
God.
Celtics fan. I'll never forget the series, the first round series when D Rose won that Rookie of the Year, and the Bulls pushed the Celtics to Game 7 after we won the title. Him and that squad was irritating me, but I
They weren't even that good.
Yeah, I just like D Rose and them dudes. Look out for them. But D Rose, we gonna miss you because you need to call it.
Yeah, you need to call it, bro.
Just
Thank you, though.
be healthy. Go look out for your son. Do something.
Something. Just let me put my kid in your camp. Just have some camps.
Yeah.
Team up with Adidas, have some camps. Probably not gonna sell any more shoes though. You don't really sell your shoes. Don't really sell like that anyways. But it's about that time. All right, to move on, let's talk about some high school prospects. Most recently, Michael Porter Jr., the number 1 prospect in the nation as of right now, class of 2017, decommitted from Washington due to the coach move, most likely. Their head coach just got fired, and he's now committed to Missouri, University of Missouri, aka Mizzo.
Why
the
do
Tigers.
dudes keep? Why do they keep going to the SEC of all? And then
I don't know.
and then they go to the bum SEC schools like
Mizzo.
and Alabama.
Mizzo
like,
got cool colors.
what is that?
I don't know, man.
Even Ben went
Washington
to
went from the
LSU.
Pac-12 to the SEC. Pac-12, probably top 5 basketball conferences in the nation.
That's top 3.
Top 3.
That the ACC and the Big 12.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the Big 10. Don't bring up the Big 10 to me. I
Yeah,
don't
but
wanna
this is
hear
the number 1 prospect. He's going to Mizzo. If you're top prospect, I want to hear Duke. I want to hear Kentucky. I want to hear Kansas. I want to hear Florida even. Not Mizzo. Like, this man got offered to Indiana. He got offered to Oklahoma. He got offered to Virginia. And obviously, like I said earlier, Washington. So, yeah.
Like I
it's on
kind
to
of
go
like
to
I
Mizzo.
do like that top recruits aren't just going to these big schools like Kentucky and all that, but at the same time it's like you're not really going to a school that's gonna make a difference either.
Well, he's also mainly going there because I want to say like his dad is the assistant coach and he's like from there or something like that. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I know it's something that has to do with his dad that helps out. Not just gonna stay on this topic for too much longer, but I do want to talk about the number 1 point guard in the nation, Trayvon Duval, who still has yet to commit to any schools. He has been offered from Arizona, Baylor, Duke, Kansas, and Seton Hall. So that's a pretty nice lineup right there. Coming out of IMG, very historically great school, McDonald's All-American, and also participated in the CP3 game. If I had to guess where he's gonna go, I think he should go to Arizona, especially if Alonzo Trier leaves. So, yeah, man. I'm surprised Florida hasn't offered him up because he is from, or not from, but he lives in Florida because that's where IMG is. Don't be surprised if he goes to Kansas, especially after Frank Mason leaving because he's a senior. Yeah, you got anything else to say about high school or?
Before we end it, one quick thing. So Madison Bumgarner has 2 home runs already on opening day.
Oh, he hit 2?
Yeah, as a pitcher, he's hit 2. First pitcher in MLB history.
Jesus Christ.
And Adrian Peterson is taking a visit to see the New England Patriots tomorrow.
That's not good
Yeah.
for football fans.
Yeah.
That's horrible, actually.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
I'm about ready to call the whole
they got
season
Brandon
and let's
Cooks.
move on to 2018 already.
That's not fun.
Yeah. Please just leave us alone, New England. Like, you're not making the NFL better.
Oh, yeah, today marks the start of opening day for baseball for some teams, so shout out to that. Very excited for that. Madison Bumgarner actually had a perfect
Go
game.
Giants.
He had a perfect game through 6? No, like little like six
Well,
in the
yeah.
third. 6 in the third.
And 2 home runs. Mad Bum said, I'm already MVP.
That's what I'm saying. But he did allow a hit with in the 6th inning, 1 out. They scored as a triple, but it shouldn't have been a double because there was an error by the left fielder. And then right after that, single to right allowed a RBI there. I'm pretty sure they still won the game though. Yankees lost 7-3 to the Rays. Masahiro Tanaka went 2 innings while giving up 7 earned runs, and then the Rays didn't score after that, which is insane.
Lastly, shout out WWE WrestleMania today.
Shout out. Let's bring back great memories. Also, if you're into Power Rangers, every episode's on Netflix. Not really sure.
Oh,
go
peep the new Power Rangers movie.
I'm about to watch.
I ain't even seen it, but I already know it's gonna be fire.
All right, man. Thank you for tuning in to the newest edition of the Clutch Conversation. This has been a mini cast. Not sure how long it is. I want to say it's probably inside 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But like I said, ask us any questions on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, Clutch Convo. Follow us on SoundCloud, The Clutch Conversation. Follow our personal accounts. We say them all the time. Check the other podcasts. Anything y'all got to say, man?
Nobody signed Jay Cutler. Let him be a bum in the CFL. That's it.
Shout out Kurt Warner. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see y'all next time.